Hello, everyone. This is a special kind of segment here where we will be talking about the huge decision by CAF to overturn Senegal's win at the Afcon and rescind it and give it to Morocco instead. A lot of people are, I would say, divided as to how they feel about this outcome. Here at Further Back, I feel like we have a unanimous way of looking at it. But maybe not. We'll find out shortly. But yes, if you do not know in context, yes, Morocco was awarded the Afcon 2026 title just recently by the CAF board because they deemed Senegal to have been in offense of a rule. If I'm not wrong, it's rule 5.12 in terms of leaving the pitch, and that they were, you know, disqualified. And this decision coming 4 months later is baffling. Don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Whether people will recognize Morocco as the champions is very, very debatable. Senegal will definitely not be giving that trophy back anytime soon. And in my humble opinion, I think that's the correct way to go about it. There is a rule that says once the whistle is blown, and there are very few retrospective actions that can be taken against the referee's final decision. The end result is not one of them. Giving the title to someone else because they deem people walked out. I think it's the referee disqualified Senegal in that moment. That yes, Morocco agreed to play the game as well. They agreed to continue. Now coming around and saying, "Oh, you know what? The title is Morocco's." How this taints African? Well, we can't say taints, but we already know that Afcon and African football was fighting a battle with credibility, and how other people from Europe and the West view this tournament as lesser than others. I struggle to see how this helps Africa in this sense. You're looking at a scenario now where we, as Africa and this governing football body, look even less credible than it was before. We seem to have a scandal every tournament. This tournament before, we had the referee ending the game 3 minutes before time, and then saying, "Oh, my bad, let's start again," and then still ending it before the time.
Anything is possible in Africa, I promise you.
So it's really a difficult moment, I think. But what are you guys' thoughts on this?
Honestly, I'm just shocked that a team can pull off a comeback. 58 days later, after the final whistle. But I was looking at the the articles that they claim that they violated, saying stipulating exactly what it means for a team to be considered to have forfeited the match and everything, right? But if I'm not wrong, all players must have done that. And if I remember correctly, Sadio Mane was still on the pitch. He was the one getting put to come back onto the pitch. Now, I don't know if it doesn't really clearly say how many of those players have to be on the pitch or off the pitch for that to qualify. But like you said, in that moment, the referee or any of the other officials around did not feel like that was the situation, and they continued. So how they came back to do this after the fact I think is completely ridiculous. I think it's completely bonkers, and it ends up making a mockery of of this tournament that, as it is, already provides a lot of strife with many of the players' clubs because of the timing of when this tournament is played in relative to the season and the leagues, especially in European football. So as it is, it's already, like I said, an uphill battle. People don't really see it as a competition. We've had a lot of great players, I'm not going to really mention names here, who have said some very telling statements about how they view this Africa Cup of Nations. So I think I agree with you. This is the first time I'm familiar with a game being overturned or the scoreline being changed 58 days or even 1 day, 2 days after a final has been done. You have awarded the trophy. The trophy has even traveled back home to the winning country. They have taken pictures with the president. They've celebrated and they've gone back to their day jobs. And then 58 days later, people have forgotten about this. They've gone back to their regular, day-to-day things and telling them, okay, now bring it back. I think it's completely ridiculous. But I will commend Hakimi. he did come out and say that this is I'm not accepting this trophy because.
Unfortunately, that hasn't been ratified.
You sure?
Yeah, that.
Oh, I thought I saw a credible source that said that, but I could be wrong.
I saw it too, but it's not credible sources that have come out to speak about it, because yes, I mean it would have been a good thing for yes, the captain to come out and say that, but that has not been verified yet. It will be interesting to see how they go for it is going for future, and when they just choose to ignore it as well, and I know Brahim Diaz would be happy to hear this news after his goal with Panenka.
Yeah.
Nothing against Morocco, by the way. I have nothing against Morocco. I think they have fantastic footballers, and on their day they could beat anyone in the even in the World Cup.
They were the strongest African team in the last World Cup.
You'll see they're very
First
very
African team to reach a semi-final at the World Cup.
Yeah. I'd say for this, it's a bit sad, to be honest, because this game is pretty much the naysayers, basically the other side of the argument to the pundits or even the other
Jamie.
Jamie, right? The pundits and everyone who saw the Afcon tournament as lesser than basically gives them an excuse to say,
I told
I was
like
right.
like I told you so. I mean, you saw Jamie
Yeah.
Carragher posting the Leonardo DiCaprio meme, going like, I told you guys.
So
And then
it's-
look at these guys.
yeah,
It's like, I told you these guys are not serious,
because you look at it, it's a game that has been overturned in a courtroom behind closed doors. So you again feeds into the conspiracies for corruption, you name it. It just does. It's not a great look. I don't think it would have been a great look. And I don't know how you positively kind of put this into a positive light. It's pretty embarrassing, to be honest. And also for CAF, I think this actually happened a couple of years ago with the CAF Champions League as well. Being overturned in the courtroom. So you look at it,
But that
in
one
the sense
was
of
now taken to FIFA.
Yeah.
And FIFA told CAF,
Overturned. Yes.
you need to stop that.
Yes.
You can't do this. So they overturned it again.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this might take
Senegal.
this might take their route.
Yeah.
But I think it's just also because the kind of power that Morocco hold in the governing bodies in Africa. This is why they were being let to do those things in the towels, in the Kala, in the tournament. It's not a good look. And you also mentioned timings of the tournament. That is bound to change now. Afcon will be played in the summer.
in the summer.
From is it the next one or the next one after the next? Maybe what is it? You're not too sure which one it is. The next one is being held in East Africa. It'll be good to see how that works in Kenya as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we pay, we are the only ones who hasn't paid the hosting fees. Uganda and Tanzania already.
That's a story for another day. But yes, interesting to see how Afcon does. But you know what? You want to see Afcon and African teams do well in front of the on the big stage. This is an obstacle to that. What we stand for in terms of football, we all know football, how football can go. It's an emotional game. We know what happened in that scenario, and I think if the referee had said in that moment in time, Senegal, you're out, you're out because you've left the pitch and you have no if he said, in my opinion, there's no viable reason for you to leave the pitch just because you don't like my decision, you left, you have a disqualified.
Yeah.
Would have gone. You know what? He went by the rule books.
That's true.
That's fair, yeah.
It's harsh.
Yeah,
But it was by the book, and now
By the
it'll be
book.
fine.
You let them come back in. Morocco
Proceed.
said they'll play.
Yeah. And then have to
I think
the
those.
outcome-
I think
extra
to,
time.
for Morocco to even after the final to go and say yo, no, we need to file a complaint because we lost because they left the pitch. They did leave the pitch, yes, and it does have an effect on players when they have a lot of time to think about penalties. I understand that. Then again, a Panenka. That's for you. Yeah, that's for you. I think trying to also embarrass.
Wait, I really thought that was an agreement. He
missed on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
From where from the things
Fair
that
enough.
I saw after the game, from the reaction. That's what
I'll tell you something. You can decide not to take a penalty as well, and just give the ball to the keeper. You can decide to do anything, but a Panenka. And what you will see is the celebration Mendy does as he catches the ball will let you know that was no agreement. Brahim Diaz's reaction after, no agreement, man.
I was gonna make a joke and say that perhaps Brahim Diaz was trying to lift the ball so the keeper could catch it easily.
No. I think there was no way. And even if that was the agreement, they wouldn't come out to complain afterwards, would they?
You're looking at it, yeah. That's pressure, right? Pressure, as you mentioned, they have a pretty much quite a say as in the CAF pretty much federation. Morocco did, so it's putting a lot of pressure. You're looking at now. This opens the door, basically opening a kind of worm. So any refereeing decision, pretty much, you have the opportunity to send it to court and try your luck. Because why not? The referee's decision isn't final.
We should
So-
Man United should go and tell the take it to court and say, you know what, they should know when the referee got it wrong. United gets the 3 points. Maybe they should do that, but no, I don't think it was a good look. I don't think it is a good look. It's just terrible, man. Terrible to come and do that even way out here. Then it's pocketable. Doing it after all this time, it's not about the sporting content of the side. It's not about the sporting side of everything. It's a matter of saying, oh, CAF did its part. We called Morocco the winners. Yay.
Yeah, personally, I mean, even as a player, I don't think I would really take this as a victory, to be honest. But I mean, people are different. Some people will still celebrate it. It will be in the history books. I'm not sure if, and this actually when an asterisk is probably the the perfect thing to say,
Afcon 26 champions.
It would be a great trivia question, actually.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like, I saw some memes. I was like, I just received a notification that a betting company has sent me an email saying, "Bring back the money."
No way.
You bet on.
That was actually a very.
you bet on who you bet on.
That was actually a very interesting debate because people were saying online is, I mean, of course, many of them were just jokes. But I believe that there are people who are actually in this scenario. So what happens if I place a bet for Morocco to win? Do I now get that money? Is that because you see now? I feel like this change of decision, like you're saying, they're just doing it to CAF, like I did my part, whatever it is. I don't think they understood the ramifications of that one action. It may look like a small action of just here it is, but like there's so many things that cascade to that. There's so many other avenues that are depending on that thing that now you're asking them to turn around. And what happens?
Terms and conditions.
Betting
There's a lot
companies,
of
final whistle.
yeah.
Whatever is done at that time, it doesn't matter if the next year we decide whatever. It's the final whistle. That's the final statement. Nothing more, nothing less.
But that's unfortunate for those people who thought they could get some.
Yeah, but this is all PR. We know it. We know even Morocco don't feel like winners. We know it. They're not gonna celebrate it.
I mean,
They're just gonna be like,
they?
oh yeah, we're just gonna be known as the winners, but the winners who didn't win, the winners who lost. Yeah.
But on that, I don't know if you want to look at this as a benefit, but it could be a benefit, it could be a deficit. This being a World Cup year means that most likely this will be substituted under the rug and forgotten.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure the commentators will have that.
We'll be speaking about
yes.
Here we
definitely.
go, Morocco, Afcon 2026 winners. Like,
Definitely.
Albeit in controversial fashion.
yeah, exactly. So like, you bet like there will be a few instances where they speak about it, but all in all, it's not a good look for Africa, but I just hope they clean up that mess.
I think the court of arbitration for sports will overturn the decision that CAF has made because it just doesn't make sense.
It will be overturned. It will
be.
But then again, who are those people in power in CAF? Because they seem to make wrong decisions every time. You know what? That's that. It's a topic to speak on later on with more updates. Yeah. Thank you for attending our talk here about Senegal and Afcon and Morocco as a whole. We appreciate your time and effort to take you through the whole video. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you later.